Welcome, race fans. We are back tonight with the Lucky Dog Sim Racing League here with the trucks at Indianapolis. And talk about Indianapolis a little bit here. 2.5 mile track that these guys absolutely love this track. I like the track. I've just never been good at it. But anyhow, coming up tomorrow night, the Lucky Dogs Xfinity Series race. That will be at Talladega. So make sure you join in. And Dwayne won't be here tomorrow night, so he's going to a concert, lucky dog. Anyhow, all right, taking a look at the race analytics. 66-degree air temperature, 70-degree track temperature. Boy, that's nice and cool. 65 laps are running. That's 162.5 miles around this 2.5 mile oval. Tire window, about 30 to 40 laps. Fuel window, I'm being told, is 25 to 27 laps, so we will see. Pit road speed, 60 miles an hour. All right, looking at the points changed a lot last week. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Man, I forgot to pull up that. Bear with me here, folks, I forgot. Dang it, I always do that. Just something we ain't got used to yet, I guess. All right. All right, Michael Pegg taking the pole there. Actually stayed because he was tied last week. So with John Henderson. So John Henderson drops. But Michael Pegg taking the lead. John Held moves up 1 position to second. He is 10 points back. John Henderson dropped 2 positions to third. He is 11 points back. Gary Slapinski picking up 4 positions, goes into fourth. He is 13 points back. Paul Witt picks up 1 position, goes into fifth. He is 17 points behind. David Casey drops 3 positions. Did I do that right? I did not. What the heck did I do there? Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Gary Whitmer. I forgot. I skipped right over Gary Whitmer. Gary Whitmer in 6th. He drops 1 position. He is 23 back. David Casey drops 3 positions to 7th. He is 29 points back. Chris Hogue drops 1 position. He is 36 points behind. Brian Rainville in 9th place. He picks up 1 position, and he moves 42 points back. And Joel Guy rounds out the top 10, picking up 1 position, 46 points behind the leader. Dwayne?
Jeff Gilmore and John Schooneman are in a tie for 11th place. Gilmore up 3 spots, Schooneman back 2 spots. They're 47 behind the leader. Sandy Curtis and Everett Lane are also tied for 13. Sandy's up 4, Everett Lane up 7 after last week's race. They are both 55 points behind the lead. Calvin Miller still in 15th, 60 points back. Shane Gross up 2 spots to 16th, 61 back. Jared Daniels falls 4 positions to 17th, 67 back. Darren Reeser drops 6 positions after missing last week, 18th in points, 83 behind the lead. Jason Higginbottom is in 19th, up 7 points, or 7 places, 88 points behind the leader. And Vernon Margam drops 5 places. He rounds out the top 20, 89 points behind the leader.
Very good, very good. Well, Dwayne, you're going to give us a little ride along and give us an idea of what it's like to make a lap around Indianapolis?
Absolutely. And Indy, it's one of those tracks where it's an oval technically, but it drives like a road course. You've got 4 distinct corners, and both ends of the track are pretty much similar in the way you're going to approach them here. But tonight, it's going to be all about tire management. The guys who may not necessarily have to be the fastest, but if you can maintain your tires, it'll get you there.
And we know a lot of these guys are tire management experts.
Yes, and that's exactly what you need.
Yep, the guy you're following right there, Gary Slapinski.
Yep. And this is the long straight in the draft. You're going to reach speeds almost 190 to 200 mile an hour with a full pack of cars. You're going to let off just past that number 1 sign on the wall. As soon as you can, get back in the throttle, come out to the wall. You know, with this particular setup, you can actually flat foot it through turn 2, come out to the wall, don't hit the wall, and stay in the throttle all the way down the back stretch. And there will be guys hitting the rev limiter right about here, let out just past the number 1 sign, and as soon as the nose settles, you're right back in the throttle, bring it out to the wall, and then flat foot it all the way through turn 4, back to the very long straightaway here, and there's a lap around Indy.
Right, very good. We like it. Shane Gross said in chat here, he said this truck feels pretty good tonight.
Yeah, it really does. Some guys don't like a slightly tighter setup, but if you can manage it, you're going to be all right.
Yes, sir. Well, I got to say, Gary hasn't pulled away from you.
Nope.
So, you know, of course, I don't think Gary probably not showing everything out there right now, but I'm trying to find him even on the... Okay, he's 19th quickest. Yeah, I don't think Gary's showing his full potential there. I think
Oh, no, we know he's sandbagging.
yeah, he's sandbagging. Gary the sandbagger. Well, folks, we're going to step away real quick here. We're going to play the national anthem. We'll be right back with qualifying, so stay with us.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
All right, we're back, folks. Qualifying just getting started here. Nobody's put down a time yet. That's about to change, though, real quick. John Held, first one on the top of the leaderboard. No, Shane Gross is. Oh, wow. Nice. Nice lap. Estel Field? What? Who's that guy?
I don't know. There he is.
Dang, we ain't seen him in like, gosh, a couple months. About 3 months. Wow. Well, good to see him. Estel Fields just took the top of the leaderboard away from Gary Klapinski. Wow.
Yes, sir, by 11 thousandths of a second.
Unbelievable, man. That is awesome. And I'm going to tease Estel there a little bit. So good luck to everybody, even the new guy, Estel Fields there.
And Dave Bush now top of the leaderboard,
Yeah,
and not by a small margin.
Yeah, by over a 10th. That's pretty amazing. Well, it looks like everybody, but we only got 13 qualifiers. Is that all that? Dang. E. Very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know about not qualifying. This at this place, track position is king.
Yep.
It's very hard to pass here. You know, you're going to have good runs, but if you don't pass within, make as many passes as you can in the first, 5 to 10 laps before the tires get heat in them, you're just going to be riding, waiting for the next pit stop.
All right, here we go. Dave Bush taking the pole with a 51.543, starting in row 1 here. Right beside Estel Field, starting second. In row number 2, Jason Higginbotham will start in third. Coneman, fourth. Wow, he fell back to fourth. Holy smoke. Row 3, we got Paul Witt starting fifth. Shane Gross sixth. Great qualifying efforts by both those guys. In row number 4, John Held seventh. Michael Pegg eighth. And row 5, Tony Gray ninth. And Gas Man, full of gas. He's got the tank full of gas and himself's full of gas. He will be starting in 10th. Dwayne?
Row 6, Jeff Moore 11th, Damon Cox in 12th. Row 7, Gary Ragland, our last qualifier. He'll roll off 13th. Kenneth Mikesell will start on his outside in the 14th position. Row 8 will be Robert Ears in 15th and Robbie Singleton on the outside in 16th. Row 9 will be Sandy Curtis 17th, Don Davis 18th. And in row 10, Jared Daniels on the inside line and no one on it to his outside. Rudy?
At row 11, Robert DuPont starting 21st. Brian Rainville 22nd. Row number 12, Larry Boyle. Hey, good to see Larry back. All right. Well, we're getting the gang back together. Pretty cool. He will start 23rd, and Gary Whitmer, Sr., in 24th. Row number 13, John Schooneman starting 25th. John Henderson 26th. And row number 14, I think Brian Pierce is going to be adminning tonight, but Chris Hogue starting 28th position. So we're going to have about 26 drivers, I do believe, taking the grid here.
Decent sized field.
Yes, sir. Nice. This is one of them tracks you either really, really like it or you really, really hate it. Just saying.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say I hate the track. I'm just not I don't really like it. You know, I'm not good here.
Right.
I know I say that a lot. I say I'm not good at a lot of tracks. Hey, Brian Rainville in chat. Brian, good luck tonight, buddy. Robbie Singleton did not start the race, and neither did Chris Hogue. All right. So we might be down to what? 24 drivers. Something like that. Wow.
Well, it's going to be a long race, Rudy, and these guys, like I said, they're going to have to try to get everything they can on a restart, but at the same time, you're going to have to manage your tires. This is one of those tracks where you have to race the track and not worry about the guys around you. And that's easier said than done sometimes, but you really just got to run your line and wait for the other guys to make a mistake. All right, here we go. Pace cars off.
Green flag.
Green flag is in the air. We're underway from Indy. No surprise there. That inside line has the advantage. Dave Bush will take command of this race.
Yes, he does. Cone Man back to third. Goes to the outside. Astro Fields into the wall. Just a little glancing blow off of there, but boy, I'll tell you what, it was a shocker.
Yeah.
I hope it didn't do much damage.
Still double wide halfway through this pack.
Yeah.
Robert Bear stuck on the outside line, as is Damon Cox. They're looking for a place to come down.
Astro Fields, did you see that?
I did. He almost lost it.
Wow, and he loses.
Saves space, gets back in line.
Man, he's got to be extra careful. Boy, I'll tell you, a good way to get those tires angry at you.
Yes, sir. And you got to go all the way back to 12th place to find side-by-side racing. Damon Cox still stuck on that outside line, cannot find an open spot. Finally does get clear of Kenneth Mikesell.
So now we're single file all the way back, but Damon Cox not done yet. He took a peek there on Jeff Gilmore, but he couldn't find the ponies under the hood to make that pass complete. So nice field coming around, man. 24 drivers wide open.
Jared Daniels marching to the front as he goes to the inside of Gary Ragland. Make that a battle for 15. A battle no more.
Yeah, he didn't waste no time, did he?
No, he didn't. Kenneth Mikesell does get by Damon Cox, as does Sandy Curtis. And now Jared Daniels looks to get by Damon Cox.
Yep, there he goes to the inside. Damon Cox going backwards.
Not missing anything up front, people. This is the only battle on the track right now. The rest of the field, all single file.
So Jared Daniels already picking up 5 positions since the drop of the green flag. Okay, Chris Hoke said he'd left the race. Okay, Chris. Okay. Well, so far it's been Dave Bush the whole way as we complete lap number 3 and start lap number 4. Gary Slapinski not letting Dave Bush get away.
Yeah, and with the draft here, you're really not going to get away from anybody. It's pretty much follow the guy in front of you and take advantage when he makes a mistake. And that's kind of why some drivers hate this track, because it's kind of a follow the leader track, and but it can be fun too. The draft does come into play, so that there's also the ability to make passes if you get drafting help. If somebody goes with you, if you can get right beside them coming out of 2 or out of 4, then you can make a run with drafting help down the backstretch. But you just need somebody to go with you.
Yeah, they're getting separated out here pretty good. Shane Gross taking a look to the inside of Michael Pegg for a second there and not able to do anything.
Robert Bayers to the inside of Gary Ragland. That's a battle for 16. And Bayers takes it.
Well, big space back to Gas Man there. He's that's the kind of where it's starting to get separated out. John Held, Tony Gray. Guys racing pretty good. Now, who's that? Sandy Curtis. Yeah, Sandy Curtis side by side. That is with Jeff Gilmore. No, Kenneth Mikesell. Yeah, that's right.
And Jared Daniels trying to follow him through. Now, they've got the draft help. You see him here. They will make the pass as Jeff Gilmore goes low to help Sandy Curtis try to get by.
Wow.
And there he goes.
Curtis, man. Talk about cutting the
Whoa,
nose off.
contact!
Oh, contact.
Caution, yellow
Uh-oh.
flag.
We were right on that. I ain't sure, but that kind of looked like it might have been Kenneth Mikesell might have been trying to block there, maybe. I don't know.
Definitely goes for a ride.
Yeah, let's go take a look here.
Let's say go on board with Mikesell.
Yeah, right in here somewhere is where. Okay, Sandy Curtis kind of come up across the nose. Well, then he kind of figured out, whoa, man, that was really close. And then when Mikesell tried to come down, it looked like he was trying to follow Sandy.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think he
Yeah.
realized that Daniels was there. It kind of
Right.
looks like he was trying to just get in line with and give Sandy Curtis a bump as they get into the corner, try to give him the bump and run.
Yeah. Oh,
And
man.
just Daniels was there.
Yeah, he just got pile driven by Robert DuPont. Looks like Robert took his car behind the wall already.
Yes, he did.
Golly. I don't know why, man. You got resets. Whatever.
I think he was going to have to tow, and that's about 4 minutes here. So he would have gone about 3 laps down, and
Yeah.
that's really hard to make up at this track.
Yes, it is. Yep. You got it. John Black. How you doing, John?
We've been out there for 8 laps, but they only have 4 sets of tires. So I think the top half of the field's going to stay out, and the back half will come in and top off for fuel. Could be wrong. We'll see. Here they come out of 4.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to get kind of mixed here. I don't know. Well, looks like everybody is coming in. Wow. No, I didn't expect that.
Me either. No, I'm thoroughly surprised.
Well, John Held's going to stay out, looks like, and he is going to get a chance to lead a lap there, maybe.
And he will.
All right. It looks like John Held was the only one that stayed out.
Yeah, now
Wow.
good news for him is everybody's taking the top half of the field, took no tires, fuel only. So he's going to be on equal footing with these guys. So
Right.
that's a good call.
Well, I think we need to let's see if we can get a word in with the new guy here. Esso Fields, you got a copy?
Oh yeah, Rudy, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing all right. Well, you've been away for a little while. What's the truck feeling like to you? It looked like you were kind of slipping a little bit there and hit the wall at first thing.
Well, yeah, it's been a while. I feel like I'm driving a little boat here, getting used to it. You know, just having fun, racing with the guys, saying hi to everybody, having a little fun.
Well, that's good. They were saying at the beginning of the race that maybe the truck was a little tiny bit tight. How does it feel to you?
Well, it felt loose the first couple laps, and then like the third and fourth lap, it started getting tight really quick.
Yeah. Well, you got to go to the back of the field or what?
Yeah, cut the grass a little bit, not paying attention, talking to my son.
All right.
That's all right. I get to go inside and get some new shoes and have some fun. I'll ride in the back and make sure I don't interrupt anybody today. Just have a little fun, Rudy.
Yeah, there you go. All right. All right, buddy. Well, go get them. Talk to you later.
Yep. Thanks, buddy.
All right. So John Held's still going to stay out, Dwayne.
Yeah, and that's a move that I like this early in the race. Yeah, he's been out there 8 laps of fuel, but tires are equalized. So if he can have these guys stay, if he can get another caution before he's out, has to come to pit road, he'll be just fine.
Yeah, I think probably some of them guys may have taken 2 tires that are behind them. I don't know that for a fact, but
well,
kind of thinking that they were.
I was keeping an eye on at least the top 5, and they only took fuel. So
okay, all right, very good. Well, I guess that answered that question, right?
Yep.
Well, let's see. They still, right now, they still can't. Well, it would be awful close to make it on one more pit stop.
Yeah, I think you're still looking at 2 pit stops from here.
It's gonna you're going to have a splash or something to make it to the end. Unless we get a couple more cautions. If we get a couple more cautions, then all that's going to go out the window. You know, it will not be a fuel mileage race at all. They'll make it on one more pit stop. All right, pace cars in. Here we go. Don Held bringing them to the line on them 10-lap old tires, and green flag back in the air.
And he gets a good jump. There's 3 wide in the back. Scored it out quickly.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Don't, you know, not saying you can't do 3 wide here. I just don't think it's this track really isn't that much of a 3 wide friendly track. I'll just leave it at that.
And John Held is in a little bit of a trouble spot here. He doesn't have draft help, but proven he doesn't need it as he pinches Sapinski to the wall. Rides a little higher than normal.
Man.
And they're still side by side. He's going to lose a little momentum here as he goes down into 4. And that opens the door for the inside. Here comes Busch.
And Paul Witt. Wow, they're
3
going to go
wide.
3 wide? Oh, my gosh. Almost. Wow. And Michael Pegg's in there, too. Well, they got that sorted out pretty quick there. Busch into second.
And he's looking for a way to get back by Slapinski, but I think Slapinski's in checkout mode right now.
Yeah, we're watching John Held here trying to hang on to his position ahead of Michael Pegg right now.
Truck in the wall. John Henderson off of the nose.
Oh, no.
Of John Schoeneman. Now they keep it going, but both of those trucks have a lot of damage, Rudy.
Oh, and you know how these things are. Man. Estel Field's way off the pace back here.
Yeah, he stopped him top off, and I don't think he was able to get caught back up to the field in time.
Yeah, well. That's odd.
Gary Ragland looking to the inside of Don Davis, and he'll take over that spot. But a lot of shuffling going on mid-pack right now.
Right. How's Larry Boyle doing? Gosh, he's back here a ways too. Hopefully he's doing well. I know he has had some health issues in the past, but this is the first time we've seen him here in a couple months, so hopefully he's doing okay.
Jason Higginbotham trying to get 7th place away from Robert Bears. Shane Gross kind of in the middle trying to figure out which one he wants to go with.
Bears started back in 15th position there. And Higginbotham gets him.
Yeah, Shane Gross wanted to try to follow him through, but there just wasn't enough room to make that happen.
Well, Gary Slapinski and Dave Busch here. Looks like they're having a heck of a good...
Oh! Busch just got in the wall.
Oh, man. Well, he got his Darlington stripe at Indianapolis.
Yeah, and that's easy to do, Rudy, coming off of turn 1 especially. You try to get back in the throttle, and you can see how much speed he's lost as Paul Witt goes to his inside here. Just on that little contact. It wasn't much, and he probably got a 0x out of it, but that's how much aero dependent these trucks are on the
I know, man. That's crazy. Well, Michael Pegg expected to be a fan favorite to win here tonight. He is up to 4th after starting 8th, but we'll see if he can make that climb to the front. Being they do have, he's very fast at pit stops. He's faster, I think, than most of the guys out there. So that's where he usually makes up his ground, is having them great pit stops.
Yeah, and he's got his work cut out for him right now, as he is 2 seconds behind our leader.
Yeah. Right behind him, John Held and Jason Higginbotham still going at it. And Gasman's in there. He's saying, hey, I got the gas for you guys. Hang on. Shane Gross back up to 8th. He goes to the inside of Gasman. Oh, man, did he get him? I think he did, didn't he? Well, not completely yet, but
Yeah, he'll have him at the line, but he has not completed the pass yet.
dang. Yeah, Gasman giving it another shot there.
Now Damon Cox and Robert Beers right behind him going at it.
Yep, Bears is going to hang on to that position.
Thanks to the help of the draft, and he's going to try to make a move on Gramuglia here. He's got to run.
Oh, and Frank
Sides
kind of
left.
slams the door on him there, doesn't he?
Yep. And John Held is struggling to hold on the 7th place, or 5th place here, sorry. A lot of tight racing from 5th all the way back to 11th.
Yes, sir. Shane Gross passes John Held, and he's back up to 6th, right where he started, 6th place.
And Tony Gray is starting to get himself into the mix. Sandy Curtis on the outside line goes by him.
Oh, contact!
Contact! Wow.
What a save! That was
Damon
Bears,
Cox.
wasn't it? Oh, yeah, he got into the back of Bears, and Bears saved that. Oh my gosh! That man, I don't know how the heck he saved that.
I don't know, but
I don't know,
He
but I
stayed
can
green.
see if I can go back here and take a look and see what happened there. Right there, he got into him. Golly, man, look at that. I'll tell you what, and going into the corner at the same time, that's the part that's really interesting, you know,
yeah, it's very
how he
dangerous.
saved that. Yeah. I mean, right there was actually a little bit of net coating. There may have been some arrow coming off of them, but it looked like net coating to me, and Bears saved it. Wow. And Damon Cox was down below the line too.
Oh,
Whoa.
contact live here between Frank Gramuglia and Robert Beers. They save it, and we keep going, but it's getting really hairy right here mid-pack, Rudy.
Golly, man, these guys are racing like it's the last lap.
Yeah. Right now, we're still side by side. Battle for 9th.
There you go. Damon Cox clears Bears now.
Andy Curtis dives it in there. And he's got drafting help from Tony Gray. Brian Rainville now closing in on this group. Rainville started 21st, has worked his way up to 13th.
Yep, and Jeff Gilmore. Now, Jeff, we were talking about him. I think it was in one of the other series. Jeff doing really great, man. So, you know, we're wishing him the best of luck in that series. I think it was in the Cup Series on Wednesdays. He was running really well. Tonight, maybe not quite so well, but hey, they still got a lot of race to go yet. Back up front, Cone Man putting some distance On second place, Paul Witt.
And Michael
in
Pegg
third.
and Jason Higginbotham just got by Dave Bush in 1 and 2, Rudy, and he's in danger of going back to 6th as Shane Gross is all over his bumper.
Yeah, I was. That's why I was kind of worried about being.
Just that little bit of damage, and you know it's really tightened up that truck so much that he has to get out of the throttle or hit it again.
Unbelievable. And I could have waited back to John Held. Now, John, he's been out here about 9 laps more than everybody else. So
And Higginbotham now going into second, passing Paul Witt.
Goodness. Wow. He's turned it on here.
Yeah, and this is all happening about 2.5 seconds behind Gary Slapinski.
Yeah, Gary's checking out. And here goes Michael Pegg to the inside of Paul Witt. Is he going to get it? He does, and brings Shane Gross right along with him. Boy, Shane's got a fast truck tonight.
Yes, he does.
Man.
John Held and Damon Cox not far behind these guys. They're going at it as well. That's a battle for 7th. We got guys coming to pit road.
Yep. Paul
First
Witt,
round of green
Dave
flag pit
Bush.
stops.
Paul Witt, Dave Bush coming in.
And I think that's planned, Rudy. I think they had a game plan. Oh, we're 3 wide and 1, and it's not working.
Uh-oh.
Robert Beers, the one out on that one, Rudy. They made contact. Beers in the wall. They keep it straight and keep going, but man, going down into
a caution, huh?
Almost. It was Robert Beers, Frank Ramuglia, and Sandy Curtis 3 wide going into 1, and it did not work out.
Yeah, I'm watching this right now. Yeah. Frank kind of drifted up just a little. Boy, he got into both of them.
Yeah.
Whoa, put Bears into the wall. Oh, my goodness. Wow, Frank. Yeah, he, man, oh, man, that's unbelievable. He got into the side of the 77 there of John Held.
Yeah.
Golly, man.
And right now, Dave Bush and Paul Witt, they're the last cars on the lead lap. They're still on the lead lap, about a second, about 3 seconds ahead of Gary Slapinski. And they're drafting each other. Gary's by himself. They'll stay on the lead lap.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, I don't know. These guys need to be paying attention here. With those fresh tires, staying out right now is not what you want to do. Check the speeds at the line next time by. But I got a feeling these guys are going to be much faster than Slapinski at this stage of the race.
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, and they know that they're still going to have to stop one more time, and we discussed that earlier when we thought it might be kind of close, and we may get some guys that are going to try it. Remember, Estel Fields stopped and topped off his tank there when everybody else was going green and didn't get caught up. Could be the winning move right there.
Very possibly. Sandy Curtis now on pit road.
He is so far back, though, right now. Estel's 33 seconds back that I don't think he'd be able to make that time up. But you never know. He could if he doesn't have to stop one extra time.
Well, that time by, Rudy, Paul Witt ran a 52.3. Gary Slapinski at the line ran a 54.4. He's 2 seconds slower than these guys. He's losing a lot of time.
Yeah.
Right now, Paul Witt go ahead.
How many times do we see that and say that, and these guys still do it?
Well, I think at this track, it's different. At this track, if you don't come to pit road, if these guys are not on pit road in the next 3 laps, they are going to come off of pit road behind Paul Witt and Dave Bush. And Coman will stay out another lap. Now, the flip side of that coin is if we go another 20 laps, which I don't think we're going to do, but if we go another 10 laps and then pit, it kind of flips because their tires will be worn and then they'll be coming off of pit road, so they'll be able to close the gap. But at a track like this, I would not want to gamble and take that chance.
Sure.
And Sandy Curtis now getting his lap back.
Yep.
From Slipinski, and Slipinski's going to lose the lead here as Higginbotham. Oh
man,
I think
he cut him
Slipinski
off.
realized. I think he thought he had 2 lap cars coming, and realized at the last second that Higginbotham was for position.
That's right. Yeah. He has got to be coming to pit road. Here he comes.
Yeah, he saw Sandy Curtis fly by him
Yep.
like he was standing still, and he's like, "Oh, I better come to pit road."
Yep. And Michael Pegg's coming in too. So both of them guys coming in together. So Higginbotham leads his first lap of the race.
And we'll keep an eye on this as Paul Witt is just now going into turn 3. Keep in mind, he's been out there, Rudy, for 4 laps.
Yep.
And Lipinski's coming off pit road. There goes Paul Witt.
Yeah, and the thing of it is now Paul Witt, he did a 4-tire change back when he did pit.
Yes, he did.
So, he's good to go for a while now. So when a lot of these guys are going to have to come into pit road here, that is going to put Paul Witt in the lead.
It is. And Slipinski right now, he's quite a ways back. He is 3 seconds behind these guys now.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy that did have a good pit stop is our pole sitter, Dave Bush. Had a great pit stop there, come out right behind Paul Witt. Now, them two could get hooked up together and possibly pull away. If Paul would just kind of drag his brake just a touch, boy, that would put Dave Bush right on top of him.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants to do that, Rudy, because
No.
he's seen how strong Bush was in the early going. He wants to keep the distance there as much as possible.
Yeah, and Cone Man now about, he's quite a little ways back there from them guys anyhow. But Higginbotham's still out here leading, and that's hurting him right now too.
Yeah, I don't think these guys realize just how big of an advantage fresh tires are right now on these.
Yeah.
These guys are going to come out about 10 seconds behind the leader when they do finally come off pit road.
Yeah, look at John Held, Jared Daniels. They get their lap back. They're back at the tail end of the lead lap right now, but that's all right.
Estill Fields brings it down pit road.
And Higginbotham going to stay out again. Shane Gross staying out as well. I don't know. These guys, maybe they got a different pit strategy in mind or something here. They may be going to try to go like we were talking about on that one more pit stop.
Maybe.
Yeah, they may be going to try that because it kind of, like I said, it put them right on the edge of it. I'm talking right on the edge of it. That all they would need is a caution and they would be golden,
Yeah.
So, but we will see how that works out for them.
And
Jeff
right
Gilmore.
now, Paul Witt being the first car to pit in 11th is 34 seconds behind the lead right now. But that's deceptive because right now, that time by, he ran a 53.3 and our leader ran a 54.7. They're still running a second faster than the leader.
Yeah. Well, he's coming up on Schooneman here. Schooneman's got older tires and he's one of the guys that needs to pit here. The front 9 need to pit.
Yeah, and this is fourth position. And you see the closing right there, just how quickly he goes.
Yeah.
And he's going to make the pass on the outside. Normally, you can't do that here.
He did it with ease. All right, Higginbotham, waiting to see when he's going to be leading them guys to pit road. Or whether we're going to see somebody just kind of peel off and say, okay, I've had enough, it's time to go in. I think what these guys are doing is they're going for that that one more pit stop. Oh, Shane Gross is peeling off. He's coming in. You know, he can't make it from here. Well, oh gosh. No, he can't. No. There's no way.
They need to go about 6 more laps.
Yeah, and I don't think that
to make it.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. That would put him 30 laps for Higginbotham. No.
Well, he's on 24 right now. And Cone Man has caught Dave Bush and is looking to the inside for a pass. And gets by.
Yep. Boy, Bush didn't even fight him on that, did he?
No.
Wow.
I think Gary is really running that truck hard trying to catch Paul right now, which later in this run is not going to do him any favors.
Right. But he does have 5-lap newer tires. I know that don't sound like a whole lot, but it's just enough that at this point in the race that he could make that pass complete on Bush. Now later, they will equalize, but by then, Cone Man's going to be way away from Dave Bush then.
Yeah, well, Paul Witt is just ahead of Cone Man right now. We'll check the time at the line.
Oh, Damon Cox and Gary Ragland on pit road. So that's going to put Paul Witt into 6th now. He's moving up.
Yeah, and Babinski pushing it really hard is about 7/10 faster that lap than Paul Witt. But like I said, he is running the wheels off of that thing right now. And that, I don't know if he can sustain that, Rudy.
And he could be thinking that, you know, hey, I want to get myself in a position that if a caution comes out, I want to have the lead. That could be what he's thinking right now, but he does pass up Paul Witt.
Yeah, and Paul didn't fight him. He
Nope.
sees how hard Gary's running, and he's just letting him go, and I don't blame him. I don't know how Gary is going to be able to be fast in the closing laps as hard as he's pushing right now.
I know it. All right, back up front. We still got the front 5 that need to come to pit road. The last one out there would be Larry Boyle. He started 23rd, running in 5th right now, but needs to pit. And these guys are knocking on the door here of pit stop. He's going to, Jason Higginbotham just took lap 27. I was told that was the best they could get was 27 laps.
Well, we're about to find out.
Yeah. If that's the case, he needs to come in this time by right here.
Damon Cox gets his lap back. And Higginbotham staying out.
Yep.
I think he's pedaling, Rudy. I think he's trying to get to the 30 to go.
Could be. Right along with him here.
Because his lap times are a lot slower than the rest of the field right now. Even the guys who are stayed out, he's about a second slower than what they're running.
Yeah. Well, he's not lifting in the corners. I'm riding on board with him here and not lifting or anything. I don't know. Jeff Gilmore into 2nd now. Front 5 still needing to pit, but they're trying to make it to about lap 40 here. 39, maybe 38, 39.
Well, we've reached halfway.
Well, he just took lap 29, and they were telling me they could only get 27 laps on a tank of fuel. That's what I was told. I knew it wasn't, but I wasn't going to argue. I don't argue with them guys because they know better than I do.
Tony Gray gives up. Sorry, go ahead.
It just wasn't adding up to me. Sorry.
Okay. Tony Gray finally gives up second. Will come down pit road.
Very good. Gary Whitmer Sr. into third now after starting 24th. Got a mirror full of Larry Boyle, though. Well, I don't know. Is Higginbotham going to come in this time? Yes, he is coming in this time. So that technically was
30 laps.
Yeah, at least 29 full laps. So you could say 30. But yeah, so that's going to give the lead to Jeff Gilmore here. And he's going to lead his first lap of the race. And he's going around one more time. That will be 30 laps. But they are in the window that they can make it from here, see? That's only going to leave them 25 laps on the remaining tank of fuel.
Yeah.
So you can bet they're going to do a 4-tire stop here. I'm going to say Jeff Gilmore's going to come in this time. And you know what? I think he's shaking that. He might be getting close to running out of fuel. I just seen him shaking it a little bit right there. I think he's sputtering a little bit. Here he comes. He's coming in.
It is sputtering. I can hear it now.
Yep. So there you go. 30 laps. Right on the money. Almost 31.
So if we
Very
have
good.
overtime, Rudy, these guys are all set.
Yep. Yeah, they're good to go. Now, the one I'm concerned about is Cone Man up here. He won't be able to make it. Him and Paul Witt.
He's going to be about
Pegg.
2 laps short.
Yeah, Michael Pegg, Dave Bush. These guys have all got to pit again. Take a splash and get off the pit road, I guess.
Interesting strategies playing out here.
Now, the one that one in the top 5 here that won't have to pit, I think, would be Shane Gross. He may be close. I don't know. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. These guys know more about that than I do.
Well, he's been out there 7 laps, and we are coming up on 25 to go.
Yeah, no.
I think he's going to be a couple laps. Yeah, he's going to be 2 laps short.
Oh, if we got a caution right now, it would change a lot. But Paul Witt, second place. He is 4.7 seconds back. And then Michael Pegg quite a ways behind him in third.
So Higginbotham comes out. He is now in 9th, Rudy. He's only 18 seconds off the lead with 13 lap newer tires than Cone Man. So he's going to be much faster. That time by he ran a 53.2. Slapinski ran a 53.8.
Yep.
So he's definitely faster than the leader. And Slapinski, we know, has to come down another time.
Right.
Higginbotham doesn't. So being that close to the leader, I think this is it. As long as it stays green, Higginbotham has the winning car right now.
I think you're right. I think you're right. And not by just a little bit either. It's going to be by a lot.
Yeah. Right now, the closest to him that's good is Damon Cox in 11th.
Right.
And he is about 4 seconds behind Higginbotham right now. So this is, I think, where we just saw the winning move of the race right there.
Yep. And Damon Cox, I think, is right on the edge of making it. I mean, borderline. If it stays green the rest of the way. But now, if we went into overtime, I don't know. He may run out of fuel. But we will see here, man. It's getting interesting. Getting interesting, isn't it?
It is. We thought Indy would be a fuel mileage race.
Well, where's the big pack at? Let's there isn't no big pack, is there? Well, Higginbotham. Everybody's
Pegg
so
and Paul
spread
Witt
out.
back on pit road, Rudy.
Oh,
They knew they weren't going to be able to make it. They came down now to take their final stop.
Oh man. Oh boy,
And
you know
that
oh,
spells
man.
good news for Higginbotham.
Yes, it does. Oh man, that put Higginbotham right in the driver's seat right now. Because knowing that there's a bunch of guys out here ahead of him that are going to have to stop. And here comes Gary. He's coming in too. Now, if Shane Gross comes in, nope, he's going to stay out.
And this is going to close the field up for Higginbotham.
Yeah. This is
Right
going to change
now,
everything. Shane Gross just led his first lap. Yeah.
He is right on the heels of Gasman and about to pass him. And that's a battle for fourth. Gets by, now sets his sights on Sandy Curtis. He has the fresher tires of these three.
Yes, he does.
He'll get by these guys, no problem.
He doesn't want to go out there and abuse them because, you know, you got some of these guys back here that did stop that took fresh tires. You know, you don't want to go out there and abuse them.
Right. Well, it looks like he's abusing them, but that's just how much faster he is than those two right now. So put him up to second. He's good to go. He can coast. Well, not coast, but you know, he can, if he doesn't even have to save fuel at this point. He can just go. And Shane Gross is going to have to pit.
Yeah. And so are them guys right behind him. There's Sandy Curtis, Gasman, John Hell's got a pit, Dirty Don Davis, and I think Damon Cox might have, no, I don't know. You know what? Damon Cox might have enough to make it.
Yeah, it's going to be close for Cox. He's going to be right on the edge.
Yeah.
And we'll check the timing at the line, but right now, Slapinski 30 seconds behind Higginbotham.
Yeah. Unbelievable right there. And he did a 4-tire stop. So did Michael Pegg and Paul Witt. All these guys in the back here did 4-tire stops. So now it's going to be just...
and Sandy Curtis is coming down.
Yeah, a lot of guys, they know they've got to do this. They're going to have to bite the bullet, whether it's just to stop and take a splash of gas and get the heck off the pit road quick. I don't know if that's going to be the answer or not. I'm doing good, John. Hopefully you're doing good too. So, wow. For what we didn't think was going to be a fuel mileage race, it's sure going to wind up to be one.
Yes, it is. And not only that, if Shane Gross stays out, Rudy, Higginbotham is catching him about 2/10. He's much quicker here. We'll check the speed at the line. Gross ran a 54 flat. Higginbotham ran a 53.6. So he's catching him about 4/10 of a lap.
Yep. Yeah, he's catching him. I'm sure Shane, watching his relative, he can feel the breathing down his neck there just a little bit.
And if I'm Jason, when he gets there, you know, Shane wants to try to save fuel right now. If Higginbotham can get there, he's going to push him. So that is not what Gross wants to see right now. And here he comes down the pit road.
Yep. Wow, locking it down, man. Hopefully he got slowed down enough. Well, that's going to put Higginbotham right in the lead here. And golly, man, he's going to have a heck of a lead when this all shakes out.
And it does look like Gross was able to get it woed down just in time.
Yep. Gas Man, he will have to come in. He would be, that'd be 38 laps for him. No way he can make that. The best we've seen is 30 out here so far. And that was, they were shaking the fuel to come down pit road. Gas Man, he will have to come in. Now, Damon Cox, I think, can make it. He's on the edge. We know that. He's right on the edge. Dirty Don, he's got to come in. John Held's got to come in. Tony Gray, Tony's going to be okay.
Yep.
He's going to be good. Gary Whitmer is good. Larry Boyle, he's good to go. Now, Cone Man's closing the gap on these guys.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of real estate between and cars between him and Higginbotham, and not all of these guys in front of him are going to give him a free pass.
Yep.
Now they're gonna battle him for as much as they can. And Slapinski's now 17 seconds off the lead.
Man, how things have changed, huh?
Well, how many times do we say it, Rudy? These races are won and lost on pit road. And right now, Jason Higginbotham has the winning strategy. He came to pit road at the perfect time.
Yes, absolutely. We were kind of not really questioning it, but kind of thinking, what was he thinking here? You know, he stayed out, but he stayed out at the perfect time. And boy, he pitted just at the perfect time too, just right on where he knows he can make it.
And Don Davis and Frank Ramuglia come to pit road.
Yeah. And John Held's going to have to come in yet. He can't make it. And he
Rudy,
would be the last one. But
little update on our leader. I think he's coasting through the corners. He's turning it off in the corners.
why? He's got enough to make it.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's just making sure that he does.
Yeah, because you know what? His time has fallen big time, hasn't it?
It has. He's done with 55.7. He's coasting right now.
He is coasting. Holy smokes. I don't know why he can make it.
I guess he doesn't feel that he can.
Well, I'm going to just say this, okay? These guys, a lot of these guys are going by that relative down there.
Yeah.
It is not accurate. I have never, since I've been in iRacing, seen that to be 100% accurate. It's a guidance. It's usually within a lap or two of being accurate.
Right.
And he could be looking at that going, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to make it. You know, or maybe he's just playing it safe. Maybe he's thinking, hey, we could go into overtime, and if we do, I got to make sure I got enough to stay out front.
Now, well, he's got 5. We'll see what it is here. He's got 4.8 seconds over Damon Cox right now, so he can afford to coast right now. But if Cox gets to him, he's not going to be able to save anymore.
Right. Tony Gray into third.
And the other thing sorry, not to interrupt. The other thing that's doing for him, Rudy, is by cutting it off and coasting through the corners, it's also saving his tires.
Right, exactly. I was thinking that too. Yes. Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing. Because that way, if somebody did get to him, like say Cone Man's got about 5 lap newer tires than him. If Cone Man can get there, but he is way back, about 7.5 seconds behind him right now. If he got there, he'd be able to battle him with, probably about equal tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I just now thought of that. Well, here goes, is that John Henderson?
Yeah, he's trying to get his lap back.
Yeah, he'll be at the tail end of the lead lap if he can make that pass.
I think Higginbotham will let him go here.
Yeah, I don't think Yeah, there's no danger of them losing any ground or anything to them. So, yep, good job. That's the way to do it right there. Higginbotham just said, look, go ahead, man. Next up is going to be Gary Ragland to get his lap back. And he's got a little bit newer tires, too. He's got about 7-lap newer tires. But a 12 to go. We've had one caution tonight, folks, if you're just joining us.
Yes, sir. And I tell you what, I've been impressed by the run these guys have had here, Rudy.
Yes,
one
sir.
caution at Indy is quite a feat.
It is. But they've gotten so spread out around the track right now, there really isn't any big battles to say. I mean, we got a couple of that are pretty close here. Gary Whitmer and Larry Boyle that are pretty close together. And John Held. Those three, that's about the only really close battle that I can find.
Now, I am keeping an eye on Slapinski. He's closed in on Tony Gray and Damon Cox here. As these two are trying, well, they're fighting each other right now for position, but
Right.
those fresher tires are starting to prevail.
Well, it's not that much fresher, but it is enough, you know.
Plus the fact that they're side by side is slowing them both down as well.
Right.
And
Looks like
they've been
Tony
side
Gray-
by side for about 3 laps. And Slapinski's gonna say, okay, enough of this. I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can battle for third and fourth. I'm going for second. And Gary is 5.9 seconds behind the leader, Higginbotham. Higginbotham's got to start feeling it now. He's got to know, is there enough time for Gary to get there?
Well, he's got to get by Tony Gray first, and Gray is not making it easy on him right now.
Nope, he's not. All right, Gary gets to the inside of Tony. May have him going into turn 1 here. Yep,
Yeah, he
Tony's
does.
going to let him go. Good job, Tony. Didn't you tell me you raced with Tony Gray before, haven't you?
I have, yes, sir.
Yeah, he's a
great
good
driver.
racer. Good racer. I like Tony. I used to kind of follow along with him when he was racing many moons ago. That was fun.
10 laps to go, Rudy.
Yep.
And the distance between first and second is 5.8 seconds and closing.
But I don't think it's closing enough.
We'll check the times at the line. I don't think Higginbotham has stopped saving. He ran a 54 flat that time.
Yep.
Lipinski at the line, 53.8, so 2/10 quicker. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to catch him.
Nope, I don't think so. Higginbotham's done saving. He's got enough fuel to make it now. He just needs to just stay focused. Don't miss your marks now, Jason. That's what you got to do. Hit your marks every single time. Cone Man not far behind, and he can see him. You can see him up there, but that's about it. A long ways, a lot of track between him and Higginbotham.
He's got 9 laps to make up 5 seconds, and I don't think he's got the speed to do it.
Tony Gray kind of falling off a little bit now. He's not too awful worried about, catching them. We never did do a crank it up here tonight, but that's all right. The way the field's so spread out, that's why I was looking to see where the battles were. We could do a crank it up, but everybody is so spread out right now, Dwayne, that,
Yeah, well, we're coming down to it, Rudy.
Yeah. Gary Whitmer Sr. with a great finisher tonight. Started 24th, Dwayne, and running in 6th.
Yes, sir.
Unbelievable. Starting dead last. And Paul Witt never did lead a lap tonight. He's going to get a top 10, but back in 8th place. may change the points up a little bit because Henderson and Held are way back. John Henderson's 18th, John Held's 21st, and they were second and third in points. So this could be Gary Slapinski, Paul Witt should gain on them guys. Now, the one I'm kind of concerned about that it's going to be close for is Michael Pegg. Yeah, I think if Gary wins this, Gary won't win it. Higginbotham's going to win it. Yeah, I think Gary's done trying to close the gap on him now.
Yeah, that time by Higginbotham was 0.2 of a second quicker. I think in trying to catch him, Gary's burnt up his tires.
Yep. Yeah, that and all, like you said, all that whole time when Jason was letting off the gas or shutting his truck off, he was saving tires.
Yeah, that time by, they ran equal lap times, 34.4. Gary's out of time.
A good solid effort, though, by Gary.
Yeah, very good to have to pit and make his way all the way back to second place. That was quite the battle, but in the end, the perfect pit strategy play has won out here. Jason Higginbotham, 5 laps away when he gets to the line from victory.
I hope they can get him in TeamSpeak here. Golly, man. We need the winners to be in TeamSpeak here so we can interview them. Dang it.
Yep.
Five to go, Dwayne. Cone Man,
Yes, sir.
almost 5.7 seconds back. Tony
Got
Gray, third. Damon Cox, fourth. And Michael Pegg, fifth. Michael's going to get fourth out of this. He's coming up on Damon Cox real quick.
And right now, our closest battle is between Gary Whitmer Sr. and Larry Boyle. That's a battle for 6th.
Well, plus Damon Cox and Michael Pegg, but that's about to change because here goes Pegg.
Yep.
Looking to the inside.
And fresh
Got him.
tires will win out there.
And now Gary Whitmer. Yeah, Gary Whitmer and Larry Boyle and Shane Gross. And Shane's got fresher tires than both of them. It's going to be almost a top 5 here for Shane Gross tonight. He should be able to get by Gary Whitmer. He's looking to the inside now. And they're quite a ways from Damon Cox, so I don't know if there's enough time. With only 4 to go, I doubt Shane's going to get the Shane, or Shane's going to get the Damon. I don't know that for a fact, but I mean, Shane's got a lot fresher tires. It could be kind of close, but coming to the line, it's going to be 3 to go here. That would be for Jason Higginbotham. 3 to go. Played his cards right all night long, Dwayne.
Yes, sir. And these are going to be the 3 longest laps of his life.
Oh, wait a minute. He didn't play cards tonight. I'm sorry.
No.
They were racing. Everything went perfect for him.
Yes, sir. He timed it just right.
Like maybe he might have done that a time or two before. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. Cone Man, 5.6 seconds. Can't get there. But still the best effort that I've seen in a long time. He's going to lead 20 laps here tonight, but Higginbotham is going to walk away with the most laps led. That makes 28.
2 to go.
Yes, sir. He'll have 30 laps led. Coming from third. He kind of went, I think he went back to 5th or 6th there once. Made some totally different pit stops than what we were thinking would happen. Made the right calls. Perfect timing that he pitted. Come out with the lead after it was all said and done. and now it's got a 5.8 second lead over second place Cone Man. Wow, coming to get the white flag, Jason. Yep, it'll be one to go here for Jason.
Yep, he'll have led a full fuel run.
Dang, I'm telling you, man. He saved a little bit at the beginning on that pit stop, just to make sure that if they did go into overtime, he was not going to have to stop. One to go.
One more time around for Jason Higginbotham. No overtime tonight.
Nope.
And he could probably coast it to victory now.
Yeah, this is just I can't believe the call that he made right there on this, and it's going to be the winning call for sure. I don't know if there's other guys that are going to be paying attention out here or what, but Michael Pegg almost he's not almost to Tony Gray, but
coming out of 4 for the final time, Jason Higginbotham. He'll get the win at Indy on pit strategy.
Wow, what a finish, huh?
Yes, sir.
Golly. Well, I hope he comes around and does a burnout, but I don't know if we'll get to talk to him or not. But folks, stay with us a minute here. We'll get the guys up here that we can talk to. Hang on, folks. We're trying to he may join us in Discord here, but he's going to go ahead and do the burnout. But he may try to get in here. Let's see. Okay, I'm in Discord, so I'll keep an eye out for him. But why don't you go ahead and take? Oh, there he is. I got him. Jason, are you there?
Yeah, Rudy, can you hear me, brother?
Yes, sir, I can. Wow, congratulations on your win here tonight. Man,
thank you very much. I appreciate it, sir.
You know what's really funny about it? Because we were watching and thinking, okay, is he gonna? The pit stops that you made were really weird, and we thought that was the winning call that he just made right there by staying out as long as you did.
Rudy, I looked like I knew what the heck I was doing, didn't I? But I got lucky as crap. I got lucky as crap.
I know it. I was thinking, oh man, this isn't gonna work. And then as you kept going, and then you were slowing down and you were saving fuel, and we thought, well, he shouldn't have to do that. He should have enough to make it. But I think what you might have been thinking, I don't know for a fact, I can't judge what you're thinking, but that okay, if it did go into overtime, you wanted to make sure you didn't have to stop.
No, I was saving to give me a good, because when you ran it, it actually burnt a little bit more than a lap off when I was trying to run a hard pace. So I was trying to run it hard enough. If we were going to have a green white checker, I was going to have to get some tires anyway. But I ran it to give me about 2 laps extra, and I was clutching it to give me about 2 laps. And then after I saw 2 laps extra, I started running as hard as the tires would go.
Well, you picked up a lot of ground last week, and boy, this is going to really jump you up in the rankings here a little bit. But I don't know if we make it into the top 10, but it's going to be probably pretty close. You're going to come out of here with max points, I think, tonight, all except for you didn't get the pole. But you led most laps. You won the race. Great job for you, man. That is
Thank you, man.
really
Appreciate
awesome.
that, Rudy. That's awesome. Yeah, like you said, the first pit stop was kind of lucky. You know, I thought I really choked when I saw them guys just take fuel, but I was the first call on new tires, so I went ahead and ran it as hard as I could, you know, to get to track
Yeah.
position. And then at the end of that run, I did start saving as much as I could to make sure I could get enough gas to be close to the end, and it was real close when I came out. So I ran back to the lead again, and then started saving again.
Well, here's the thing that, Dwayne and I, we see this all the time. Okay. We see guys that, when most of the field pits and guys, like you did, you stayed out and kept staying out and staying out and staying. We're thinking, okay, well, you just, totally messed up your race right there because you're staying out there and these guys are closing the gap on you. Well, not tonight, man. You outsmarted them on that pit stop.
Yeah,
Holy
big time. This is a
smokes.
long track, 55-second lap time, 51-second lap time.
Yeah.
So I figure
Yeah.
if I can make it last, it's a long way to go back around.
It sure is. Well, man, I'll tell you, great job out there tonight. Good strategies,
Thank you,
and
Rudy.
man, it
Thank you
worked
very
out
much.
for you. Yeah. Well, who you got to
Thank
thank
you,
for
bud.
your win then, Jason?
Well, first off, I want to thank all you guys here at Lucky Dog Sim Racing, a great league, man. Good, clean guys to race with. Awesome that the caution didn't come out right there. I was just waiting for that. So I definitely want to thank Lucky Dog Sim Racing, and I want to thank Hickey's House of Power and Powerhouse Motorsports, man.
All right. Well, Jason, go celebrate that win, brother, and we'll see you
Got
back
it,
here
Rudy.
next week.
Thank you, man. You guys have a great night.
All right, buddy. All right, Dwayne, you got second place.
I do. Caught up with Gary Slipsky Carey. We seem to be having these conversations quite often, but at least a good points night for you. You came in tonight fourth in points. This is definitely, you finished well ahead of the guys ahead of you, so this should help you close that gap. Talk about your racing out there a little bit.
Yeah, it was interesting. I'm really sure if he was going to be able to make it. I wasn't sure. I was thinking about staying out, doing the same thing that he did there, but me and Peg had an idea, and I went with it, and it wasn't a bad idea. It almost worked out. So, I mean, to come out of here second, doing an extra stop, and I was only 5.9 wherever I was behind him. I consider that a great day. I'm very happy with it.
6.2.
Yeah, you were definitely closing the gap there for a little bit, and it looks like with about 10 to go, you used up all your tires and just kind of equalized at that point.
Yeah, it looked like he was saving a little bit there, and when it was time to go, I saw he was going.
Oh, he
Right.
was clutching. He was clutching it at the beginning after he first pitted. He started clutching it in the corners. And I just, when I interviewed him, he said that he thought maybe he might be kind of close on fuel, but heck, the guys were getting 30 laps on a tank of fuel.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I
So,
wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pass the guys I did because
yeah.
they had decent tires. It's weird after these cars hit a certain lap, it just pushes like a dump truck. I mean, it just right away, it just happens. You one lap, you're like, oh, it feels pretty good. To do the same rhythm, same routine, and all of a sudden, it's just you just lose the nose. It wants to go right up to the wall, and that's why I felt it started falling off. But overall, that was a great day. I'm happy with it.
Absolutely. Well, we go from a rectangle to a D-shaped oval in Auto Club next week. How do you feel about your chances there?
Oh, Auto Club. I like Auto Club. It really suits my kind of driving style, so I think I should do very well there. Uh, Hopefully, it could be a W.
All right. Well, we look forward to watching that. We'll let you get out of here, but before we do, who do you got to thank for second place tonight?
Well, I'm going to thank you. I'm going to thank Wayne. I'm going to thank Lucky Dog Racing, MaxspeedTV, Michael Pegg, my teammates, and my wife and kids for letting me doing this. Without that, I wouldn't be out here doing it. So I thank them a lot. Thank you.
All right. Congratulations again on second place, and good luck next week at Auto.
Thank you.
Rudy, you got third.
I do, but give me a second here. Everything kind of got messed up on me. Just give me a second here. I know we did catch up with Tony Gray, but I'm working on it. Just give me a second, Tony. Man, it was a great race for you tonight, Tony.
Yeah, it was. I'll definitely take a top three. Take third here tonight for sure because I weren't quite expecting that, and kind of thought we messed up on that first pit stop. Tuck tires a little too early, I felt like, and kind of was beating myself up the whole race long, thinking it was going to haunt me. But luckily, it turned out the way it did.
Well, were you concerned there that maybe because of the the way things were playing out with some of the drivers out there, were you a little concerned?
Well, yeah, most definitely, because I'm actually the truck's still sitting here idling, but I don't know how because they don't have no gas in it, so it's completely out. I knew I was going
Yeah.
to be if it was happened to be a green white checker that I was going to be out to lunch anyway. So I was just throwing everything to it and just hoping that luck was going to fall on my side tonight for sure.
Well, we've seen so many different pit strategies out there, you know, from what Gary did, from what Jason Higginbotham did. I mean, there were so many different pit strategies, and we didn't know which one to follow. You know, Shane Gross, we knew he was going to be on the edge. Damon Cox, he was borderline. So we've seen a lot of different things play out there. But man, I'll tell you what, great run out there tonight, Tony. Amazing.
Well, I sure appreciate it. Like I say, it's definitely a lot of pit strategy that was going through the head. Like I
Yeah.
say, me and Shane was talking back and forth, and I knew he was going to be tight. So it was just like I say, you didn't know which way to go. There were so many options out there, and like I
Yeah.
say, the tires were so critical here tonight. You're trying to save what you got, and like I say, this is a whole different animal when you come to this place.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet. Well, you guys go to the 2 Mile Oval of Auto Club next week. How you feel about that? What do you how do you think you'll run?
Well, I feel comfortable there. I mean, like I say, last week, I mean, I haven't been on the sim in 3 months. And so all this stuff is just having to come back to me. But I feel comfortable at Auto Club. So, I feel more confident there than I was coming in to here. So
Right.
we'll go there and see what happens.
All right, buddy. Well, who you got to thank for your third place in tonight before you go celebrate it?
Well, I'm gonna throw a congrats out to Jason Higginbottom, old Higgy. He probably don't remember me, but he used to build my go kart motors back in the day when I raced
Oh,
cars.
wow.
So congrats to him. He drove a heck of a race tonight. And like I said, I got to thank WG Landscaping, Bobby Taylor Oil Company, and of course all my teammates back at Outcast Motorsports. These guys push me hard every single week to keep me motivated, keep me coming and doing. And I got to give a shout out to Shane for finishing fifth tonight. So pretty good out for Outcast tonight.
That's right. Yeah, excellent job.
Hey, don't let me forget. I got to thank MaxspeedTV to you and Dwayne. Y'all guys do an awesome job. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Tony. Appreciate that, buddy. All right. Well, we'll catch you next week then, Shane. Go celebrate that third place.
I appreciate it, Rudy. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, Dwayne. Boy, not only did Jason lead the most laps here tonight, but outsmarted him on pit stops. Just amazing run for him. But let's run down through the final results here.
Okay.
All right, Jason Higginbotham coming home first, Cone Man second, Tony Gray third, Michael Pegg fourth, Shane Gross finishing fifth, Paul Witt sixth, Larry Boyle seventh, Gary Whitmer Sr. eighth, Dave Bush ninth, and Jeff Gilmore 10th. Dwayne?
Jared Daniels will bring it home 11th, Andy Curtis 12th, Gasman Frank Ramuglia in 13th, Don Davis 14th, Robert Bayers in 15th, John Henderson 16th, John Schooneman in 17th, the last car on the lead lap, Gary Ragland 18th, John Held 19th, and Estel Fields will round out the top 20. Brian Rainville finishes 21st, Kenneth Mikesell 22nd, Damon Cox could not make it on fuel. He had to stop there on the last lap. He will finish in 23rd, one lap down, and Robert DuPont out early will round out the field in 24th.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to make it or not. I guess it wasn't meant to be. I thought he was gonna. Everybody, if there was guys out there that were getting 30 laps on a tank of fuel, he would have been right on 30. So I don't know, but he knew more than we did. All right. Well, again, thank you all for tuning in tonight. We do appreciate it. Before you get out of here, make sure you hit that thumbs up on the video. Make sure you hit subscribe and click that notification bell so you get notified every time we do go live here on MaxspeedTV. We are, you can check out our broadcast schedule at MaxspeedTV.com and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxspeedTV. Dwayne, thank you so much for helping out. And folks, we will catch you next time. Till then, stay safe and have a good night.
Good night, everybody.